heard about the recent parasite infestation in Manhattan. Truly a tragedy.
It really was. The insects have done terrible damage to our city. We worry that we won't be able to fix everything before winter.
Of course, the Manhattan Council has sent you to ask for financial support. Again. Very well. Talk to Silvershill in the Royal Treasury. He will provide you with enough bits to cover the necessary expenses.
Silvershill in charge of Treasury? Excuse me, Your Highness, but that pony is a con artist. I've seen him with the two traveling charlatans peddling snake oil to honest citizens of our city.
Mr. Shill has seen the errors of his ways and received a recommendation from the element of honesty herself. We all make mistakes. It's owning up to them that matters most.
You're right, of course, Princess. Manhattan thanks you for your generosity.
Finally, at least that should be the last audience today. Two beaming city ponies passed me on their way to the treasury. Another parasite attack, perhaps? You know how it is with those Manhattanites. The richest city in Equestria can't muster enough bits to repair their own neighborhood. But that's a problem for another day. Tell me, did something happen? It had to, for you to stay up so early in the morning.
As a matter of fact, yes. There's a place that I need to visit one final time.
Don't tell me it's the...
Got to visit our old castle.
You don't have to, Luna. I know how painful the memories of that place must be for you.
That's exactly why I must go.
Then I'm going there with you. Shall we depart immediately?
Let's go. I put it off for long enough. And, sister?
Yes?
Thank you. When I last crossed this bridge, I wanted nothing in common with the place that lies on its other side.
And yet, here we are. Are you sure you want to do this? We can come back when you are ready.
I'm afraid I will never be ready. Come, sister. The bridge is still safe.
The last 1,000 years weren't kind to the old castle.
Neither were they to every pony who lived there.
Every pony? That's not completely true. For the first time in centuries, we're standing here together.
You're right. Let's see if anything inside survived in one piece.
The Grand Hall brings back so many memories.
And for once, some of the good ones, too. Remember when the confectioner from Rainbow Falls baked a banana cake so bad you threatened to banish him to the moon?
Hey, it was a really bad cake!
I wouldn't know. After the incident, no pony dared as much as mention bananas in the hearing distance of the castle for years.
Right. Maybe I went a little too far. On the other hoof, winter and summer.
What it's worth, we're still the only ponies to ever build a snow pony in the middle of summer.
Or the time when we simultaneously declared that all trade concerning items... Did you see that?
It's a remnant of an old grief, a droplet of the shadow I once wielded as my name. They are not a threat anymore.
Then why is this one following us?
It recognized me as its sovereign. Now it's trying to lead us somewhere. Perhaps we should follow it. The library.
Luna, look! Our journal!
I can't believe it's still in one piece! Wait a moment. Where exactly did you find it?
It was left open on the table, right around the corner.
Is that a quill on the floor? And look here, fresh candle wax. Someone's been here recently.
Ancient treasures buried in the ruins tend to invite looters, but nothing appears to be missing.
That matters not. Old shadows deserve to be left alone. How many ponies knew about the castle?
None audacious enough to brave the Everfree. A couple of my guards, some historians, and, I may have inadvertently recommended searching this castle to Twilight Sparkle.
Twilight? That would explain why all the books have been sorted by publishing date and historical relevance.
She left in a hurry. It's not like her to leave an unread book behind.
She shouldn't have come back here in the first place. The books, the walls. This castle holds memories that should never be relived by another pony ever again.
I understand how you're feeling, but please consider...
No, you don't. The thoughts which led me to 1,000 years wasted in the solitude of an astral prison still linger on here. I will tear it down and make sure no pony speaks of it ever again.
Sister?
I am terribly sorry. I felt like... this castle is messing with my head.
It's all right. I feel it too. Let's leave through the back door.
Lead the way. It's about time for sunset, too.
Before we go back to Canterlot, there's something you need to see. Follow me.
Are we headed to my old garden? Spare us the trouble. Moonflowers wilt easily without proper care.
I think you might be surprised.
They're blooming, but how?
It was the least I could do. I'm glad you like it.
I thought you hated them. You said that. A plant that hides its flowers from the sun has no place in royal gardens.
I was blinded by pride. Now I know how much this little garden meant to you, and how important it became for me, too.
What do you mean, sister?
When you were gone, Equestria wasn't always the radiant paradise that it is now. In fact, our battle has left me exhausted. You see, elements of harmony were never meant to be used by any single pony. It took me several days to regain enough strength to even leave my quarters. And when I finally did, I was greeted by my worst nightmare come true. Ponies arguing and fighting each other over the most banal things. Ponies refusing to cooperate with others. Ponies who gave in to their most selfish instincts. Equestria as we know it was ending, right before my eyes. Our conflict, caused in part by my own arrogance, upset all of harmony in Equestria, and our little ponies were paying dearly for it. Without you to guide their dreams, all hope seemed lost. And so I fled. Unable to bear the guilt, I hid in this castle. That's when I rediscovered your moonflower garden. You were gone. Everything we built together would soon be gone. And I couldn't even tell you that I'm sorry. But I could keep my memories of you alive. Not as Nightmare Moon, but as my little sister, Luna. Day after day, I worked hard to restore the garden to its former state. Until one day a group of royal guards interrupted my daily weeding routine. They told me that soon after I started my self-imposed exile, things inexplicably started to get better. Ponies were breaking out of disharmony. Each passing morning marked over 100 newly cured ponies. All of them woke up with a newfound resolve to restore harmony in Equestria. Naturally, I tried to find the cause of this timely miracle. I invited magi from all over the land, but even their wisdom was of no use in solving this puzzle. The breakthrough came from an old acquaintance of yours, a dream seer by the name of Onyxvale. His particular talents allowed him to make contact with the mysterious force that was saving Equestria. When he saw you, Luna, he was too surprised to ask anything more than, "My princess, but why?" But shocked as he might have been, he didn't forget your response.
I remember now. I told him. Broken and defeated, a nightmare in exile. Yet our duties as the Princess of the Night still hold true.
It was your strength that inspired me to rebuild Equestria and plan for your foretold return. This garden, your old garden, reminded me that things can indeed get better.
Dear Tia, I thank you for believing in me when even I couldn't believe in myself.
That's what older sisters are for, Luna.
I have changed my mind. Rather than remember this place for what it once was. From now on, our old castle shall be celebrated as a monument to friendship.
That's a wonderful idea. Now that our business here has concluded, shall we go back to Canterlot?
Actually, I had something else in mind.
The library is closed for today. Come back tomorrow.
Oh, Spike, what did I tell you about being rude to our guests? Maybe some pony needs our help.
Oh yeah, then they should have came before sunset.
I'm really sorry for my assistant's behavior. Is there something I can help? Princess Celestia and Princess Luna!
Hello, Twilight. No need to bow. We're visiting in private.
Good evening. Indeed, excessive attention is what we're trying to avoid.
Good evening to you as well. Come on in. What brings you to Ponyville?
We wanted to visit the Everfree Castle.
You went back to your old castle.
Yes, there have been some, difficulties. Don't worry, everything has been resolved.
That reminds me, we brought you something from the castle library.
Your old journal? I thought it was bound to the castle by a really powerful spell.
And who do you think cast that spell?
Right, of course. They thanks.
In any case, as my sister said a moment ago, we'd rather not come back to Canterlot until tomorrow. Therefore, if I may ask, could we stay here for the night?
You're saying a sleepover with the princesses?
If that's the way you want to put it. I have it on good authority that you're an expert.
Granted, we don't mean to intrude.
Are you joking? Of course you can stay. I even have some s'mores left.
Thank you, Twilight. And one more thing. Please, just call me Celestia.